SMU hosted BYU on Friday. They led, I think, BYU led 7-0. But they did take a lead. BYU ended up winning the game 18-15. I called SMU to win. You had BYU winning. This is a good win for the Big 12 against a now, I guess, ACC team.
Yeah, I'm actually I knew that SMU was a good team and they're at home, but I just felt like BYU might actually this is like one of those ones where they might pull up a shocker win, and everybody had SMU winning. Everyone did. So
absolutely. Okay, we talked about it earlier. We're both very happy K-State won the game. We both picked K-State to win a lot more than they did. They were 10-point favorites. They ended up winning by 7 on a somewhat controversial OPI. But K-State gets the win and is 2-0 and it's got a big, huge matchup this week against Arizona.
Can't wait for that.
Dude, I cannot wait. Utah, 23-12 win. Their quarterback did get hurt, Cam Rising. He's been there for like ever. They said it wasn't too serious, but he did not play in the second half. And guess what happened? 0 points.
That's alarming.
That is alarming for them. They still look like the best team. But if Cam Rising is not playing, I'm not sure that they are the favorite in the Big 12 anymore. We'll see what happens. But that's a nice win against Baylor, who's we weren't quite sure what we're going to get out of them this year, if they were still going to be bad or they're going to go back to being good. I don't know, but it's a 2-score win.
So. It's tough to pinpoint how good Baylor is, but you know, a lot of people have said beforehand that Utah is arguably has the best defense in the Big 12, and guys like Pete Mundo have said that UCF has had they have the best offense in the Big 12, you know, just projection wise, and so Utah showing their defense is quite strong. I mean, only I don't know, was that a just all field goals? Looks like for Baylor.
No, Baylor got a touchdown where they broke like 5 tackles of the receiver.
Okay,
that did. So
I didn't watch the game, so
I had to have gone for 2 because I did see the highlight where it was a touchdown for Baylor.
Okay. But I mean, that's still really impressive, though. I mean, only holding a Big 12 team to 1 touchdown. It's pretty impressive. So, but their offense does look alarming without their quarterback. So
absolutely. Houston put up a really, really good fight against Oklahoma, which I am not convinced Oklahoma is a top 15 or even a top 25 team right now. They beat Houston by 4 points as probably a huge favorite. I think both of us picked Oklahoma to win big, and they did not. That's good for the Big 12, bad for OU. And who is Oklahoma playing this next week? Tulane. So I'm interested to see how that game plays for sure.
Yeah, that'll definitely be an eye-opener to see like how good Tulane is against another Big 12 team. Or sorry, they're not Big 12 anymore, but another team that's in the top rankings.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I meant to say.
Yep, I got you. I still feel like Houston is the worst team in the conference. So
yeah, without a doubt.
This was a great game. It was happening right when our game was happening. Went into I think just one single overtime. Oklahoma State with the win, 39-31. They were down 21-7 at half, and their only points were a pick 6. They gave up over 600 yards of offense. The great equalizer is the turnovers, though. I think they had 3 or 4 that they forced. Big win for the Big 12 over the SEC, man. It really is.
Yeah, that's kind of alarming, because going into this season, you and I were like, Ollie Gordon is like leading the charge with, with being a Heisman candidate. Like his stats were unbelievable last year, but he did not do anything as far as on the ground with his legs. I mean, he did some stuff, but it was like nothing like blow your mind or anything like that. It would just seem like all the stuff that, all the things that Oklahoma State did right was in their defense. Like it wasn't, it was, I didn't watch the game because we were watching K-State. So I don't know if it was, Oklahoma State's defense just being insanely like talented, or was it Arkansas just making horrible mistakes
They
and
had
it being
3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception.
right? But were those turnovers mistakes by Arkansas, or was it Oklahoma State just bringing the house and just making really good defensive
Sure,
calls
sure.
during when they needed to? So I'm not 100% for sure, but great win for the Big 12. It's we were hoping that the Okies would definitely win. So Pokes come out with a win.
We got an Arkansas fan commenting here. We join Auburn, Florida, Kentucky, and Mississippi State in the loss column. Shake my head. Yes, you do. And there's another game coming up here we're going to talk about that's a Big 12 team against the SEC, and the Big 12
Okay.
did win. So
the very next comment, he did say that it was more Arkansas making mistakes versus Oklahoma State being
sure. But I mean, when you have 48 yards of offense, 416 yards passing, that should be enough to win a game.
Stats wise, that's amazing.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma State found a way to win, man.
Yeah, found a way to win. It's quite amazing to see that, but sorry for Pig Pen. Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Pig Suey. Both of us picked this. Illinois with the big dub at home, 23-17 against number 19 KU. I was pretty happy to see this. You and I were watching it at different places. We were texting each other. I was very happy to see KU lose this game, and their quarterback JD6, Jalen Daniels, had 4 turnovers in the game. I was happy to see that.
It's so amazing. A lot of people are picking KU here. I mean, everybody was picking KU to win here.
Oh, yeah.
But you and I, staying true to our beliefs, staying true to our our principles that we have set forth in our mind, we have to bet against about Kansas, because it's just it just needs to be done. It just needs to be done. And I've never been a bigger Illinois fan in my life.
For sure.
I'll say that.
For sure. Arizona sneaks by Northern Arizona. They were losing 10-6 at halftime. They have not played well, I feel like, at all this season. I mean, we can talk all about K-State we want. K-State has looked better than Arizona has. I mean, their defense gave up 40 to New Mexico last week. They're losing this week to Northern Arizona at home. Both of those games are at home. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a big game this coming Friday, but that's not a good look. I feel like a lot of Arizona fans are probably pretty upset right now. I'm probably going to be expecting a loss against K-State this week. So,
yeah, you know what, Steve? I have this theory.
Let's hear it.
Since the NIL was introduced and the portal was introduced, do you think that these players are just like, they're just in it for the bag right now? They're like,
dude, they might be. It's a job for them now, right?
Well, yeah, because these scores are insane to me. Like, years ago, we would see, Division I schools absolutely slap because they were trying to look good for NFL, but now they're getting the bag right now. So it's like, I can maybe not try as hard, and maybe maybe preserve my health, and maybe that could be the case. I don't know, but Arizona should be playing better than this. A lot of these teams should be playing better than this. This is ridiculous.
On the flip side of that, Iowa State with a big win at Iowa. We both picked Iowa to win the game. Shout out to Iowa State for winning, holding Iowa to a field goal. They had 3 plays inside of the 5 in the second half. 2 of them, they decided to pass instead of run it. Or maybe it was right before half. I can't remember. It was right in the middle of the game. And then Iowa State came back. They came roaring back in the second half, outscoring Iowa 20-6. This is a monster win for the Big 12, man.
Dude, everybody's happy right now. Everybody's happy right now. Iowa State pulling out the dub against their in-state rival.
Yep.
You love to see it. I'm happy for Iowa State. I'm
Against a
not really
Big Ten team.
that we've always said this as K-State fans. What is the number one team outside of your own school that you respect the most? And it has to be Iowa State. And I think
Well, yes.
Iowa State fans feel the same way about Kansas State. That's why the Farmageddon rivalry is so awesome. But there's always such respect for both teams. I'm super happy with Iowa State. I'm glad they got the dub.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This was a weird game, man. Cincinnati was up 27-6 in the second half.
You and I both picked Pitt.
Yes, they did win, but for Cincinnati to blow a 3-touchdown lead in the second half is really bad. And they ended up losing on a game-winning field goal as I think time expired, 28-27. But yes, we both did pick Pitt. So
that's how the cookie crumbles.
Cincinnati might be the second or third worst team in the conference.
Potentially. We'll have to. I mean, time will tell, of course.
Sure. West Virginia, big win against Albany. It was tied, I think, 14-14 in the second half, or 21-14. It was a close game for a little bit, and then West Virginia just reeled off a bunch of points in the second half, 21-0. Nothing really to say about that. Congrats to them on getting their first win in the season.
There you go. Now everybody's happy with them, right?
There you go. UCF, which by all accounts might have the best offense, they ended up beating Sam Houston State 45-14. And RJ Harvey went off 126 yards, 4 touchdowns.
What was that? Sorry.
Harvey went off 126 yards and 4 touchdowns. The running back.
Yeah, but again, 126 yards. I mean, DJ had more than that.
He had 114 rushing, but yeah, he did have more receiving. I would imagine
total, like his total yards. I mean, that's why I said like, yeah. And RJ Harvey, Ollie Gordon,
TJ Giddens, Taj Brooks,
Bean, or not Bean. Who's the kid from KU?
Devin
Neal. That's right. Those are all in the best running backs in the Big 12, and
sure.
I think DJ is just the best of all of them. Just my opinion, though.
Of course. Okay, so as we were all happy about Iowa State winning, I was pretty happy to see Nebraska beat the crap out of Colorado, man. Like the hype around Colorado has been stupid. They've not backed it up. They did not go to a bowl game last year. Their defense is buns. I mean, they suck. They ended up losing 28-10 to Nebraska. So I was happy.
I've never bought the hype from Colorado, even from day one of last year when Sanders went over there. So
I agree.
And I can't wait to see the game against their in-state rival. I hope Colorado State whoops them. I really do.
Me too. They have a couple good players. Hunter and Sanders are good, but I mean everyone else.
It's a team game. It's not a two.
It is a team game. I agree. TCU with a ho-hum 45-0 win against Long Island University. Nothing really to say about that. Congrats to TCU, 2-0, first home win of the season.
Yep, it's good.
Texas Tech with the L at Washington State. I think both of us picked Washington State because Texas Tech barely beat Abilene Christian, so it wasn't a big surprise here.
Yeah, honestly, but I will say this: in the first half, I watched a little bit of it. Texas Tech, dude, they were playing physical football. I mean, they were just firing off. There was like some fumbles that were being forced and stuff like that. So they're a physical team. So I'm not gonna take anything away from them. I just think Washington State is just a better team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Last game. Mississippi State with the L at Arizona State. Arizona State might be a lot better than we thought, man.
Dude, I know they were projected as the worst team, and Houston was actually projected a little bit better in the season, but it looks like those have been reversed.
I agree.
Willie Fritz needs to figure it out, man.
It's going to take him some time.
It's going to take him some time, but Arizona State.
Yeah, they're up 27-3 at halftime, dude.
Yeah, they're a team to look out for. I don't think we don't play them, do we?
We do. K-State does play them.
Oh, we do? Oh, wow.
K-State plays them. Let me see here.
Oh, towards the end of the season.
At home
Gotcha.
at K-State, November 16th.
I got to go to that game. I think that's going to be a great game. Oh, but they play UCF the week before. That's going to be crazy. They're playing against 2 back-to-back really good teams.
So I'm going to pull that back up really quickly because their schedule, yikes for them, man.
The back half of their schedule looked crazy.
They play KU, Utah.
Oh my God.
At Oklahoma State, at K-State.
Oh my God.
At Arizona.
They've got a crazy back half of the schedule. And their away games are insane.
Those 3 right there. And then UCF right in the middle. I didn't even say that.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, they have a tough schedule. So that's the look around in Big 12 for week 2.